faith leads the way, chasing those salmon at the break of day. Stripers and trout, steelhead too, sturgeon in the current, sky so blue. Real Talk with Kevin Brock, where the lines are tight and we walk the walk, from God above to the waters below. Thursdays at 7, let's cast and go. The Faith Fishing Real Talk with Kevin Brock.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Kevin Brock, and we are having technical difficulties, so you're going to see this post-production, and while Kevin's talking, I'm going to go on Facebook and tell people that we're having problems. So Kevin, man,
Hey, all
welcome.
right. Welcome here. Thank you, Stoney, for making that all happen. Good evening, everybody. And we got lots to cover, lots to talk about. So we've got an exciting show tonight, all wrapped up for you. We're going to talk about kind of a few fishing things that are going on, what's hot, what's not. We've got some dinners coming up. One is Kokanee Power. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about what we've done in the last week, what's going on right here in our backyard. And we will tackle the technical difficulties and we'll keep right on rolling. We're just glad to be here. Stoney, thank you for everything you do. Don't be frustrated. It's part of it.
Yes, it
It's
is.
just doggone stuff. You know, it's for me sitting in the background, it's hard because there's no buttons I can press. There's no magic bait I can put on to make them bite. I don't, it's not my world, you know, it's just not my thing, you know. Technology is beyond me. I wish I was more techie, but keeping up with it all is difficult. I may.
Yes, it
But
is.
yeah, for sure.
All
So,
right.
well, let's get started. We want to, first of all, we just want to say thank you to everybody. Normally we do this at the end and the conclusion of the show. We thank everybody, yada, 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 but we're going to do it in the beginning. You know how many people we're getting now? It's daily. If we're in the public, it's daily. We're running into people now. Hey, I saw your show. It's kind of inspiring. Hey, this guy talks about God a little bit, yet he likes to kill fish. You know, I mean, you know, it's all good. You know, it's a good thing. So, what we thought we didn't even know what this was going to turn out to be in the beginning is really starting to just explode. We're getting information out there for people. I'm getting hit up all the time by text and emails about what we talked about, fishing, knots, all that kind of stuff. So kind of cool, the things that are going on out there in the world. And we're getting this, you know, Zoom down. We're getting the live feed down, and we're making that all happen for everybody. So it's getting closer. But Stoney, how about your week? Let's start with you because we want to talk about kind of what you did, and it's a very cool thing. You had a little catfish tournament, catfish derby, catfish wars. Uh,
Catfish everything.
yeah. So let's talk about the catfish thing that you did. Not only do like be like, yeah, this is what you guys can do for tournaments and stuff like that, but let them know how you did and stuff like that.
Yeah, so real quick, I'm part of a group called Catfish Bash at a Clear Lake. They do about 6 tournaments a year. We just finished up the 5th tournament at Lake Mendocino.
Now, how many boats were there?
So on Mendocino, there was about 15 boats. Normally,
So
we're in the
they
30,
so to
35 range.
Yeah, so from Minnesota's a little further, but Clear Lake in different things, you know, there's anywhere between 15 and 30 boats in these tournaments. So there's some cash prizes, some stuff
Yeah.
like that. And guys are having a good time and really hunting these catfish down. So it's kind of a cool thing. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so we've been competing all year. We did well. We made the finals, which will happen in December, and we got our 6 fish we needed in Mendocino. Which, the last few times we went out, we didn't catch any, or we caught a couple, but we didn't do what we needed tournament wise. In fact, the last tournament we had out there, we only caught 2 fish, and we needed three. They bumped it to six. I thought I can't even catch three. How am I going to catch six? But we got the 6 fish we needed. They just weren't the big ones to win. We did win some money. We did win
All
big
right.
fish. We got big fish, with the
Was
four.
that the striper sniper, aka Anthony out there,
Yes,
catch
sir.
all man? Was so he got the big fish, huh?
I'm not sure. We had about four fish that were pretty close in size, and we just had to, pick one. We weighed them,
Gotcha.
but we both caught a lot of fish, and we had a great time. And now we're preparing for December tournament, the championships, and see how we do there. And
Where's this tournament going to be held at?
Clear Lake on December 6th. It'll be at
Now,
Clear Lake.
now no one else can join this. Now that you have to have a certain standing of points through the
So
year to make this.
So actually, no. What we did this year is we're running basically two tournaments at the same time. We're going to run the championship tournament for the guys that qualified with all the weights and everything throughout the year. But we are running an open class where anybody can enter and they're in their own class during the same tournament. So we'll stagger the starts, stagger the weigh-ins, but we'll go from the tournament section to the open section, and we already have teams registering for the open. And the open is guys who fish who didn't make the championship and they still want to fish. And we've got guys that are brand new to it that, hey, I want to go check this out. So there's plenty of time to still register. Registration's open to a couple days before, so like December 4th, it'll cut off.
What is it? What does it cost to go over there?
So to do just a team of three guys, so you can have one guy up to three. It's $150 to register.
That ain't bad.
And then if
Yeah.
you want to put in a side pot for big fish, put in $50 and put in a side pot of $50 for the blind bogey, where they just pick a random total bag weight. And if you get closest to that, you'll win. So we won big fish last time and the blind bogey. We got the closest, number to that draw. So it was like almost $600 for, a little coffee can type tournament. Um,
Nice. Well, it was fun. It was fun. Bottom
it
line, it was
was
fun.
a blast. We had a good
Yeah.
time. So, but yeah, that's
And you
what we.
don't have to be some top-notch pro bass fisherman to go do this. You can go in any little boat,
Yep.
12-foot boat, doesn't matter. You can go to your favorite little inlet where you've caught big catfish before. And if you catch a big one it doesn't matter. You can use chicken liver, you can use bait, you can use whatever you want. And you can catch a big old catfish, bring it back, and you can win. That's pretty cool.
Yep. And the only caveat
I
people need to
might have to
know.
see what I'm doing on December
There
6th.
you go. That would be
I don't know.
amazing. But
Yeah.
you have to have a live well, because it's not a kill tournament. So the fish have to be put
So
in a
what now?
live
Wait,
well.
wait a second. We're not filleting these fish and eating them?
Nope. It's a catch and release. You weigh them if you want to take them home after you weigh them in, and that's completely up to you. But most
Oh,
guys are,
okay, gotcha. So
yeah.
you
But
can keep them afterwards. If I go all the way up there and catch some nice catfish, maybe not Clear Lake, but Mendocino or somewhere else,
yeah,
I want to be filleting. I want to be frying me some catfish.
yeah.
I
The
like
min
eating. I like
the,
eating fish.
the Minder ones were gorgeous. They were small, 6 pound. I think the biggest catfish that was caught that day was 7 pounds. But nice 4 or 5 pound. I mean, they're good
Yeah.
little eaters.
They say if you eat lots of fish, you don't lose your hair. I'm saying.
Well, I've got
I'm just
quite
saying.
a bit there.
If you eat lots of catfish out of Clear Lake, you're guaranteed to lose all your hair.
Well, the guy that lives there, he had three eyes. He told me, "Hey, they're fine. You can eat all you want." So,
And we used to drive through there, right through 20 and go to the docks. And there'd be old boys with their crappie baskets. The crappie fishing was on. They're catching these big old I mean, big crappie, 10-inch crappie, bigger
yep.
than your hand, And they got them in their basket there. And I asked them about it. And they said, man, we've been eating crappie fish out here our whole lives. But they're not eating it every day.
Right.
But they eat some here and they have a fish fry one week and then a fish fry the next week or whatever. And there's no issues with them. So do follow the warnings though. There's mercury warnings, different lakes with catfish, different things.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is when they found the mercury in them, they grind up the whole fish, were the studies. So this was with stripers and things like that. Well, a lot of the bad stuff stays right there in the backbone and the vertebrae in inside itself, the cartilage. Well, we don't eat that anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, if you fillet them out and you clean them good and you soak them in some salt water and you fry them up at 180 degrees, 200 degrees, and they're rolling in there, I mean, nothing's going to happen to you as long as you don't eat like an excessive amount. I've never heard a case of in my life, and someone throw this in here if I'm wrong. I've never heard of one, but maybe they have, maybe you have, of someone who ate too many stripers or catfish and died of mercury poisoning
Right.
or got real sick. You find anything on that? Are you
I'm
looking that
going
up?
to. I'm going
Oh,
to,
you
Randy. Keep
are.
going.
Nice, nice. So we're not going to wait for any input. Sony's going for it. So give me a second.
Ever died.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? Mm-mm-mm.
For eating fish, huh?
Yeah,
Let's see.
let's check that out.
See, the beauty is we can cut all this out and just go right to it. Let me see. Connecting Google. Yes, people have died from mercury poisoning caused by eating fish, especially severe environmental. So let me see. It gives you all kinds of things. When is the last time in the U.S.?
Well, I can understand that in, somewhere else, but different lakes. Anyway, I like to
Anyway,
eat fish. Yeah.
so what's up
I
with
mean,
you, Kevin? What have you been
if
doing?
if you're eating sushi or something, well,
Right?
we've been doing steelhead fishing, and then we took a family out to the lake to Lake Orville and just beat up on the spotted bass out there. It was a blast. We
Nice.
just stroked them. We hit a couple main body points, found a big group of bait on our fish finder. We sat underneath them, hit spot lock. We dropped minnows down. That's right, minnows. And we just waylaid them one after another. Spotted bass up past 3 pounds. And Lake Orville, it's okay to take a few. You're not going to wipe out the population. We kept
Right?
some, came back, had a bonfire, and with that same family, we blackened, put some blackening seasoning, Tony's, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe we'll do a video of that later too. And I blackened the edges of it, and the meat just flaked off, and it was sweet and flaky. Little bit of heat on the outside. It was moist. It wasn't dried out. Not a fishy flavor to it. And every person around camp ate it. Every person that went fishing ate it. Kids, wives, dogs, they all ate it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty dang good stuff.
So I
Pretty
enc-
good.
so I encourage people go look online, look up this statistic about how many people have died in the U.S. from eating contaminated fish with mercury, and there is 0 cases reported according to the interweb that I looked at.
There
So
you go. So I've never heard of one.
I've
Okay.
looked it up. I
So
haven't.
that's
So
all I'm saying is,
yep.
you know, a little bit here and there. You catch one in the striper season, you catch a catfish, you here and there, you're going to be fine. Bleed them out, keep them on ice. I would eat, and it's just like anything, you know, in warm water lakes, the fish tastes better when it's cooler months. When? Late October, November, December, January, those months, the fish eat very well because they're cold water, and just bleed them out. So let's talk about bleeding them out. Talk about a little bit about bleeding them out. Right here in their gill, I got a picture of a fish, but you open his mouth, he's got some red gills underneath there. You just go underneath there with a pair of scissors or a knife. Be careful. And you just cut those. And right after you catch them, and they'll just start bleeding out. Now, some people say, "Oh, keep them alive on the stringer or what have you." Well, if they stay alive, that's fine. But several of them will die. And as they die and as they bloat up, the lactic acid builds up in them and makes the meat not as good. So if you're going to keep and kill a fish, optimum way to do it is Get the fish, take a picture if you need to, show everybody whatever. Cut the gills right away. Now, cold water fish, they're not warm-blooded, not warm-blooded mammals, not like that. They don't feel anything. It's just instinct to just go in and eat and survive in the world. So in the water, cut the gills, they'll just bleed out. They bleed them out in water or on a stringer outside. Then after you bleed them out, immediately, and just take 3 to 5 minutes to bleed them out, lay them on ice. Put them on ice right away.
Yep.
Right away. If you bleed them out and you put them on ice, that meat is firm and it's white and there's no blood in there. And the blood will kind of taint it a little bit, make it good. And there will be no fishy flavor. There's no mushy anything like that of walk in the house and they're like, oh man, it reeks like fish. We don't want to eat that, right? That's gross. No, a little bit of seasoning. Don't overpower it. Salmon. I got a little salmon seasoning. Shake a little on there. If you like a little heat, put just a little heat on there. A little bit. You don't want to mask the flavor of the fish. But yeah, no, it's really, really good. Really good that way. And we eat lots of fish. In fact, tonight we had the fish. Now, if you vacuum seal it after you clean it, it's still good. We had a piece of salmon tonight from Gold Beach. I put on the barbecue. So that was 2 months ago? It was fantastic.
Nice.
Except for the piece that I burnt.
That was black.
Hey, that's how we blackened it. All right. Yeah. One side caught on fire and I was running around on this thing, messing around with stuff where I shouldn't have been. So I wasn't watching it. But let's talk about what's coming up. What activity can you do? You can go out to the lake. All the lakes right now, the bass fishing is great. All your trout lakes, like Collins Lake, they're starting to plant all those. Fishing's still good. I hear on Berryessa, fishing is still fantastic. Shasta, they're still catching lots of fish. So if you want to get out, and you don't have to get out super early because it's cold, you can get out at 8 o'clock when the sun starts coming up and have a great afternoon. The water is just spectacular right now. So if you like getting out, if you like to wade around, go to the Feather River and fish for some steelhead. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. We've shown on different podcasts, you can go back and look at the baits and how we rig things. I've shown that a few times. I showed you a guide rig of how I fish when I'm guiding, and I showed you a rig of how I fish when I'm just hiking up and down on the bank. So you can watch those on the back episodes on Fish Kevin Brock. You can get them at Old Farts Fishing. You can find them out there and just touch right into those. Click on those if you want information. The steelhead fishing right now is some of the best the Feather River's seen in years. There's lots of fish. They're not monsters, but they're 2 to 4 pounds. Once in a while, you'll get a 6-pounder, but lots of scrappy, fun, jumping, twisting, turning, set the hook kind of fish. A lot of fun. The water's low, so be careful. But what you're going to see, if you got a drift boat, put a drift boat out there. But what you're going to see in the Feather River system, and what you haven't seen in a long time, is some of the most active riffles. And what I mean by riffles is shallow water where the water's riffling over. You'll see some of the most active riffles you've seen in a long time of spawning salmon.
Okay.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Yeah.
Hip, hip, hooray. That's all I can say. Things are happening. They're getting better. They're spawning salmon everywhere. We are going to have natural spawning in the Feather River better than we've ever had it. Thank you, DWR, for dropping the water early. I know that's counteractive what I preach about the water, but they have to drop the water anyway. So why drop it super low in mid-November when every salmon's spawning, right? So you leave
Right.
all these beds high and dry on the sides. Don't do that. They dropped it early. So now the fish are establishing all their reds. They're going to spawn in the water. The water won't drop anymore. the babies will make it out. They can spawn in shallow water.
Right.
They can't spawn on dry land. So if the agencies keep the water up, when they start to make their reds and spawn, and then here they are in 2-3 foot of water, boom, the water drops. That salmon's got to go back down out in the middle. The eggs are left on the side, no good on the edge. So, do you have a mute button? Do I have a mute button?
You should have a mute button. What are you
I'm
trying to
gonna
mute?
check some out. See if I'm muted for a second.
You are muted. Yep, I can't hear a word he's saying. He's all yelling at somebody.
My amazing wife is vacuuming out her car.
Oh.
We didn't know if that was in the back there. But anyway, so back to salmon. Their salmon are everywhere. They're spawning everywhere. So what can you do to help? A lot of people are volunteering on the Sacramento River. I believe it's Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can call it the Coleman Hatchery if you're in the Redding area, if you want to drive up there, and they're throwing the carcasses back into the river.
I saw a video of that today. I was
They
wondering
did a
what that
little
was
bit
about.
last year. They did a little bit last year, but what was happening is the carcasses were being taken out of the river and spawned and not put back in. Well, what the? Okay. Well, I mean, what is going on? Why are the carcasses not going in? There's various reasons, and the biologists will tell you. But it's not good for the ecosystem of the fish. The plants need those fish. The fish die, salmon die, they spawn, then they go down and decay. Pieces of them go out there. So birds, other fish, baby salmon, plant life, microorganisms, everything feeds on this. This is a huge, huge boost to the nutrients of the river system. It's just how God made it. We need that. So you can volunteer and help with that. Check that out. I wish I could be over there with those guys doing that, but I got lots of work over here that I'm doing. So behind the scenes, but we're all working together to try to keep those salmon going. So they're doing that on the Sacramento River. The Feather River is in full spawn. So you can go look at the hatchery at the Feather River. There's not thousands, but there's tens of thousands of fish in the Feather River getting ready to be spawned and to go to their cycle. So we'll keep plugging away at that and watch these salmon spawning. But I'm talking below the outlet in the high flow all the way down. We are now seeing multiple salmon reds, not just a few, but 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 different spawning pairs through the river. Yes, we haven't seen that in like 7 or 8 years. I mean, so this is that. I tell people I'm being positive. This is the turnaround year. 25, lucky number 25 is the turnaround year for us. How long will it go? That I can't predict. But I do know this: 26, 27, and 28 are going to be big runs, big fish, lots of fish, and we're going to get to fish for them for a long time. The ocean's going to be open. The rivers will be open. There'll be special regulations, but they are going to be open. Guys are catching salmon on the American River right now. Guys are catching fish on the Mokelumne River right now. So if you still want to catch salmon, that's available. Some guys are still catching a few on the Feather, but the water's super low, so be careful.
Right.
All the spots we were fishing before down there, it's pretty tough. So be careful there. Be careful with your boats. We've talked about that. Bank access from the low flow section from Orville, Highway 70 bridge south is full of steelhead right now. I mean, you go across the bridge, you'll see 10, 12, 15 anglers down there, and everybody's catching some fish. So that's one of the hot spots right now. if you like to steelhead fish. Get out there and do it, you know. And if you accidentally hook a salmon as a bycatch, you're fishing for steelhead, not for salmon, and you happen to catch one, swallow it, fight him out. You know, if you know it could be a 8-9 pound steelhead, could be a 6-7 pound jack. Either way, we caught some just beautiful bright jacks a couple days ago. I didn't know they were jumping and twisting and turning and splashing. You didn't know I've caught 8 to 10 pound steelhead that did the same thing. So we got upside the boat. We said, oh, hey, that's a salmon. We reached over, unhooked it, unharmed, no foul. Awesome. Got to fight it out. Had a great time.
Sounds great.
Super, super, super fun. Let's look at what's going on. If you go to Collins Lake, fish some power bait, and then fish some power bait, and then fish those Castmasters off the bank. I mean, you just hardly can't miss. They're planting them all over right out of the boat docks, and fish are doing daisy chains. The cool thing about a 2-rod stamp in California is you can throw out power bait, let it sit, leave your bail open. It's the one grade you take and you run off, and then you can sit there and cast with a Castmaster. Boom, you'll hook one on a Castmaster when they come through, and then you look over your lines taking off on your power bait one. And you're like, which one do I do? But anyway, it's a fun way to do it. Fun way to do it. And, let's see what else. Let's talk about all kinds of things here. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to look down for a second. They've got a dinner coming up. And I'm going to show you this. See if we can get to it. Go to a full screen. Kokanee Power. You can screenshot that off of there. I don't know. Can you see that, Stoney? Can
Yep.
you see the words on there and everything?
Yes, we can. Go look.
Check
Go
that
close
out.
again. Go close again. There you go.
You can go there. Okay, they got all kinds of stuff for kokanee dinners. They got a dinner, and it does help. It does help. It does help pay for all these kokanee we're catching in the springtime to plant kokanee, to get the eggs. It does help. So that's Kokanee Power, November 1st. And you can go there's auctions. Oh, speaking of auctions, if we get it to them in time, we pull it out. Many of you know that we have a lot of tackle in a place called the Tackle Box in Chico. Some people think we own the store. We don't, but they put a lot of our stuff in there to get inventory in there. So just to get people fishing again. And we worked with them, and it's been a really good thing. But we're going to be donating all this stuff to the Kokanee Power. We got little micro hoochies
Yep, they
that
work.
we make. That's an awesome one right there. That little pink and white one. Dang, that's a good one. Never discount that one. Pinks and whites.
And
white
they work.
ones.
They work for
Pink ones.
catfish too.
What? What are you talking about? They don't work for catfish.
See, you'll catch catfish on them.
No,
I'll tell you.
baloney. You're not going to get it. This kokanee thing. That little light, hot pink one there. That's good. But we got all kinds of stuff there. What else we have there is the Coco Spins. That's our patented little jobber right there. It's our little blade. That catches a lot of kokanee, a lot of TV shows, a lot of things done. That catches, and there's one of my favorite. Remember when I said I like that pink and white? Man, that's a good one. That is a good one. So all that's going to be donated to Kokanee Power that you can win. Check this out. We're also donating not one. See if I can get them out of here without breaking them. Not one. It's a good thing I know a guy who makes rods. Man, treat them like that. But two of our kokanee custom rods. Now these are meant for bigger kokanee, but they'll hold small size to mid-sized trout. Guys up at Eagle Lake are using them. I gave them to a guide up there. He says best rod he's ever used up there. Guys at Lake Almanor are using them. Guys on Lake Orville are using them. And these are guides also that are using them, including myself. Not one, but two are being donated to them. So you got a chance at winning one of those.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, that's super cool. So just kind of giving back to what we've been given. They plant us a lot of fish, and so we do it. So that's what we're doing. I got to get those prizes to Warren Frederickson here pretty good. Pretty soon. That's what I got to do. Anyway, these are just awesome rods. You've gotten to fish some of these rods.
Oh yeah,
Now,
and thing with Warren, right? Warren is a huge kokanee guy and is a great fisherman. He got into the catfish scene with us, and here's why. This is why he is not catching catfish. He is not using the Kevin Brock rods with the hoochie and the cocoa spin with chicken liver soaked in the roe brine. I'm telling you, that is the secret. We will make Kevin a catfisherman yet. I'm going to use his products on
oh
catfishing
my
until he
goodness.
comes out with his own catfish line, which he hasn't done
We haven't done yet, but we might. Well,
yet.
so that the chicken livers, so what I put on my sardines, a sardine cure, okay, and that's for stripers, and we use it for salmon, different things. When you put that on there, okay, that's good stuff.
It
That tightens
is.
it up. There's stuff in there. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what's in it because I blend it myself, but I've used that over the years, and there is stuff in there that will make them bite better. I'm just letting you know that's for sure.
And we've tested it, and not just for the species that it's supposed to be used on. It's got what the amino acids and some bite
Yeah.
enhancers and a few things in there, and we use it all the time. And the sardine cure and the roe cure we use on all kinds of different baits.
I've used a sardine cure a lot on different baits, not so much a road cure, but
Yep.
anyway, yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, we're glad to see people on board here. And if anybody has any questions, put it up in the comments there. We want to thank so many people. We got started late, but we're already rolling along here real good. And there's other dinners to go to if you want to support things. So if you want to be involved, you can get involved. So I'm just letting you know that lots of things are happening. Salmon is coming back. What about products? Guys are catching fish on jigs, plugs, spinners, all this for salmon. What about products for next year? If it opens up, are you going to be ready? Are you going to have enough stuff? You don't want to order a ton of it and then have it close or something. Let us know. We'll help you out. Not only do I guide, but now I manufacture. And so in manufacturing things, we just do the basic stuff of what people need. We don't do 25 different colors. We're not just a one trick pony. We've got salmon jigs. We've got salmon spinners, single end, double blade. We got plugs from the smallest plug to the biggest plug for salmon. We've got, like I said, jigs 1 to 3 ounces. We've got roe cures, sardine cures, hooks, so we can set you up. We've got rods that fish spinners. We got rods that fish plugs. We got rods that fish for steelhead. I've got a steelhead cure that, man, if you want a nice, tight little gummy egg, shake a little of that on there and just a little bit. It'll make it awesome. It's the stuff we use down here. Works really good. So if you're into fishing, and you're into catching fish, conservation, you're into helping out, there's lots of things that you can do. There's lots of dinners coming up in different places where you can go and help out and donate your time. And I'm not doing this to say, oh, give money. I'm just saying Kokanee Power. Some of these organizations out there really do put a lot of fish back and they
Right.
really do help out a lot. So we can help them a little bit. And then we've got, what else we got coming up? We got the ISC show coming up, International Sportsman's Expo
There are dates for
uh,
that?
in Sacramento. What are they? Let's
I
look
don't
them
know
up
yet.
real quick.
But you will be at the ISE show like we were last
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Well,
So definitely stop by when you start seeing those announcements and getting all your little tickets. They'll hand them out to all kinds of places. But Kevin will have a booth. Do you know if he'll be in the same place or you're going to be in a
same
different
spot.
location?
You bet.
Okay.
Same corner. Same place, same time, same deal. We'll be doing deals on rods. We'll be doing deals on tackle. We'll be booking some trips, and we'll just be having a good time seeing everybody. That's for sure.
Very cool. All right, Kevin, what else is going on this week? Are you doing any more trips right now? You open, or are you just taking a waiting list type of
Yeah,
situation?
yeah, we're solid right now. So we're booked solid right now, but it doesn't hurt to try to call, but I haven't been able to get people in, unfortunately. We're just slam packed. We'll see what things bring here coming up in another 3 weeks or so. Um, our coastal steelhead's full. Um, I mean, if it rains a lot, I may be driving over Friday night to the coast. We'll see what happens.
Right?
So, yeah, to get one day in there. That's going to be wide open. The Smith in the California side, the Chetco River on the Oregon side will be wide open. Wide open. It's going to be an amazing season. If you hit the right time over there, it's going to be good. Big, big, bright salmon. So that'll be cool. I'm hoping to get over there and whack a few. So it'll be a last minute thing for me. We got some guys on call ready to go for that. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, and that's what we're doing. Um, other than that, we're just cruising right along. Um, you know, things have been so good for us. We've just been so blessed, and I'm not meaning this to brag in any way. I need to stay humble. And it's just been good. And I won't say the fish has been good, the people have been good. We've started this podcast and we went live with it, and we got people watching it all over and giving us good feedback. And I wanted to throw something out there real quick, and I was reading a few verses the other night in the Bible, and there's this book of Job, and if you're a Bible verse memorizer kind of person, then you know the book of Job, and you know what he went through. But anyway, it's chapter 1, verse 21, and it's real short. It's real sweet. It's all simple. It says, "Always be humble. What God giveth, God can taketh." And in just regular terms is, hey, if God's given you blessings, give the glory to God, or give the glory to, don't be ego. If you say me, look at me, well, you know what? As quick as God opened those doors for you, it can be taken away. So that's always a good one. Just
Yes.
just try to just keep trying to stay humble. God's a understanding and a forgiving God. Thank goodness. And He does forgive our sins. But if we're not humble, talks about the humble. He blesses the humble. So stay humble. But how do you be humble when you're talking about how many fish you catch? You just say, we got a bunch and we whacked them. If you got 36, then maybe 30. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. But right now, fishing in different places, the old minnows in the lake. I mean, we just crushed the spotted bass. It was so awesome, so awesome. And okay, we started a little late here, just because we were trying to go live. It didn't happen. But we're already running out of time. The time goes by quick. So in the comments, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, learn about it specifically for next week, we'll go there. We're going to touch base a little bit on cold water fisheries in the lakes, how to catch more of those trout in the lakes. And it's just, the weather's beautiful. So go fishing. It's a good thing to do. But we sure appreciate everybody, and we love you all. And we're truly, truly blessed to be able to do this and be a part of this. And never forget, give the glory to God on that deal.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back. It'll come back 10 times full. Blessed is the cheerful. Oh, well, I was doing pretty good, but now there I lost that one at the end. Blessed is the cheerful giver. So, if you give to others, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean to tell everybody else, hey, look what I did, look what I gave, look who I am. Nah, that's not being a cheerful giver. So, well, we just appreciate everybody out there, and we appreciate all the comments. It's always colorful and exciting, and we like it. And so we're glad to have you. Catching lots of fish, and we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to cut this. We're already up on top of the hour. We know people's time is short, and we value that. But we want to send out a quick thank you. A thank you to everybody. And if you want to get involved with this a little bit, if you want us to promote your products, so that we got the Tackle Box in Chico, we got Reynolds.
Real talk with Kevin Brock, where the lines are tight and we walk the walk, from God above to the waters below. Thursdays at 7, let's cast and go.